Super simple recipe. My wife and I call this Hobo dinners. That's where she came from. You can call it full packets. It just takes a few ingredients. Start out with cutting up some potatoes. Cubage. I like a little more bite in my potato, so we're gonna give it a little rough chop. Squares about about 4 or 5 good sized potatoes will do you. Our kids have some friends over, keep them company, so if you hear them rustling around in the background, just know that everything is controlled chaos. I wasn't home all day, so I wouldn't know how it went anyway. I find the more I keep it simple, my family gets fed, and I don't really feel like I'm struggling to come home and find motivation to cook. I have a bag of petite baby carrots. You can chop these if you want to. I'm gonna put them in there wholesome. Some onion. This one here is a 2-bagger, just like user XZ4193746's wife, who keeps commenting on how ugly my wife must be to be married to me. Say it with me. U-G-L-Y, she ain't got no alibi, she ugly. She doesn't even go here. Ka-chow. You can season this up how you like, but tonight I'm gonna go with a little bit of the onion butter seasoning and potato slayer. A little bit of that sprinkle-dangle. I know, right? You're adding onion seasoning to onion. You'll understand. That UFO salt. Our friends at Graza, a little bit of olive oil, go in. You don't want to douse it too much. You just want to get it just good and saturated where you can give it a good mix. My kids call this the spoon of correction. Give it a good mix. As you can see, it's very full. You can always season later, so don't go overboard, but I know we gonna need it. 2 pounds of thawed out ground beef. Formulate yourself up some pâtés. Boop, right on top. I usually go with about 1/3 pound. And if you don't know how much of 1/3 pound is in your hand, just take 1 pound of ground beef and divide it in 3. That's about 1/3 pound. Shazam. Now that we've got this situation here, I'm gonna wash my hands. A, C, D, E, F, G, J, K, good enough. The Hidden Valley Ranch packet in a bottle. A little bit over each one. Optional ideas here. You can add 1/4 cup of water. That's what I'm gonna do. Or you can add a stick of butter, cut into pieces over the top. Completely up to you. In here with about 1/2 cup of sink water. We're gonna cover it up a fall. 350-degree oven for about, I don't know, I'll look up the recipe in a second. Tell me a story, Mr. iPad. With foil tightly, and then we got 350 for 75 minutes until the desired tenderness of the veggies, but more importantly, the meat is cooked. Serve hot. My wife likes hers with ketchup. See? Those are the notes you really need to be taking. But for your sake, I'm gonna put the recipe down in the caption. Just make sure you follow if you like this kind of thing, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some easy recipes for you to cook at home and save a little bit of money on going through the drive-thru. Now for me and my house, I need to go clean up some shit mess my boy just made before my wife sees it. Honey, where's my super glove? I only have one. What happened to the other guy? It's been 75 minutes and I'm bent over, so let's see how this thing looks. Ooh-wee, girl. Where my bowl at? Get up in here and get me some of that right there. Yes. Would you just look at that right there? Just needs a few finishing touches. Throw a little bit of this Chick-fil-A sauce over the top. There you go, Charlie. It's the golden ticket. That right there is a home-style meal of fiber scene one. This right here is a Midwest classic. Has a little bit of everything for everybody. All right. Hey, wife, come get dinner.